Namaste and welcome to Weekly Wellness Tune-Ups. Let's start with a breath. Inhale deeply. Hold it. Exhale slowly. And soften into this moment. Today we're talking about one of the simplest and most important things in our life for health and well-being. It's not breathing, although that is important. It's walking. Just walking. That's it. You don't need to power walk. You don't need to walk and perform. The sacred rhythmic act of placing one foot in front of the other every single day. It's called walking. It's one of the most underrated forms of medicine we have, although science has actually figured out that it's not underrated. It's very, very important, that we need to take a lot of steps every day, that it's one of the most single important things we do in our life. Even the ancient Ayurvedic texts, they speak of vihara chikitsa, healing through lifestyle. And within this daily walking, especially after meals, Ayurveda really encourages walking after meals is considered absolutely an essential part of digestion for mental clarity, emotional balance, and longevity. Nowadays, if you have a regular job, maybe you get a 30-minute lunch break, 45 minutes if you're lucky. My parents told me in the 60s, 70s when they worked, even in the 80s when they had jobs, they would have an hour lunch break and they would have time to sit down, eat, chew the meal. They were in San Diego, so they would eat outside in the fresh air most of the year and then go for a walk. And they would return to work digested. Beautiful, okay? And what walking does for us is amazing. It balances the three doshas. Walking pacifies the Vata dosha, the energy of air and space that governs all movement in the body and the mind. When Vata's out of balance, we're anxious, we're scattered, we're ungrounded. Walking, especially outdoors in nature, offers us that rhythm, that five elemental experience, that grounding. It brings Vata back into harmony. And Vata is the seat of prana, of life force. For Pitta, the digestive fire, walking enkindles our Agni, a short 10 to 15 minute walk after the meal. It's called Shatpavali in Ayurveda. It's said to aid assimilation of digestion. It prevents bloating and it supports metabolism. Very simple. In modern times, this has been backed up by a lot of research showing that walking after a meal helps to regulate blood sugar and it improves insulin resistance. So, let's look at the modern science. Beautiful, right? Modern science is wonderful. I'm not against modern science. Ayurveda is not against modern science. It's actually wonderful because it's proving Ayurveda. There's so much research going on showing the efficacy of Ayurveda, and those rishis were really, really enlightened. And that's why they shared it with us, because they knew we'd need it. Anyway, modern science, walking improves cognitive function. It enhances memory, reduces brain fog, and some science tests, some research is now showing that it even stimulates the growth of new neurons in our hippocampus. That's the brain's memory center. It improves all neurocognition. So simple. Also, for heart disease, it supports all cardiovascular health. Just 30 minutes a day lowers blood pressure, reduces cholesterol, and dramatically decreases the risk of heart disease. Such a simple thing. You don't need a gym membership to go outside and walk. And as we age, one of the most important things is our joints and our bones. As we enter Vata stage of life, Vata governs joints, bones, the structures. We're moving back towards the Akash, more Vata. We need to strengthen our bones. Gentle weight-bearing movement builds density and reduces risk of osteoporosis. Walking, very, very simple. That's a gentle weight-bearing movement. Also, it's just good for us. It's good for our mood. It improves our mood. It reduces stress. Walking, again, in nature especially. I'm not sure walking in New York City when everyone's off of work, except it seems like in New York City, everyone's off of work. Everyone's out on the street. That might not be stress reducing. I'm not sure. I don't find that very peaceful myself. But if it works for you, great. Nonetheless, walking is proven to reduce stress and improve our mood, especially when it's done in nature, because that connection to the five sense organs and to the five elements, it releases endorphins that lower our cholesterol, our stress hormone, and it activates our parasympathetic nervous system. That's the rest and digest state. We're at peace. We're at homeostasis. And just, beyond these measured benefits that, there's something deeper that happens when you walk. it reconnects you to life's rhythm. We re-enter a communion with nature, or we re-enter a vibrational pattern on pace with nature. We become one with nature again. I'm very excited to share with you Real Mushrooms, the sponsor of the Awakened Living podcast. I use their mushrooms every single day because they've genuinely changed my life. I trust them because they have 50 years of expertise and use 100% organic mushrooms, 0 grains, 0 fillers, which are found in most common mushroom products on the market. They use just real, organic, clinically tested mushrooms. Every morning, I use lion's mane to sharpen my thinking. I use cordyceps to give me the clean energy I need for the day. I use chaga to strengthen my immune system. And when stress hits, and it does, I use reishi to bring me back to center. With their products, you actually feel the difference. For the month of December, Real Mushrooms has offered all Awaken Living with Nabodhi podcast listeners 25% off their entire first order. So if you type in Awaken25 at checkout, you get 25% off your whole first order. You can find their link in the show notes or visit nabodhi.com/mushrooms to get yours today. We should remember that healing doesn't always come from big breakthroughs or dynamic shifts or the new this or the new that, the new supplement, the new technique. It's found in quiet moments. It's found when you hear the sound of your own footsteps on the earth, or when you're walking on a mountaintop. I love the mountains of Colorado. It's one of my favorite places to walk, to hike. And you feel the wind blowing on your face and the sun dancing through the leaves of the aspen in the fall. Oh my God, that is magic. Any trees, walking at sunrise, sunset, the sun coming through those trees. I'm actually recording this around 6 o'clock in the evening, and the sun is coming through the trees, reflecting on my wall. It's amazing. Walking invites us into presence. It really clears away all the mental clutter, truly. And it allows our emotions to move and settle. Ayurveda teaches us that the natural urge for movement must be honored. And if we don't allow this urge to go, if we sit too long, if we scroll too much, if we stagnate, our prana, our life force becomes stuck. When we walk, prana flows. Here's your invitation. Walk every day. Try to walk 30 to 60 minutes every day. But at least try to have a 10-minute walk after breakfast, after lunch, or after dinner. I've been to Europe so much in my life, and it's so beautiful at nighttime, in the evening. You know, they eat dinner early there, and you see these families in the countryside of Switzerland or Italy or UK, anywhere, Ireland, in the evening at sunset, after the meal, the family, the child, grandchild, grandparents, parents, they're walking, and everyone in the community knows each other. And they say hi to each other, and they inquire about their well-being. Walking creates connectivity. So just walk around the block after dinner. Meet your neighbors if you don't know who they are. Walk in silence, walk in prayer, walk after a meal, walk on the earth, walk with the earth, not on it. Walk with the earth. Let walking be more than just a habit or something that's good for your health, although it is. Let it be a ritual of remembrance. Let it be a daily return to yourself. This is a conversation for awakened living. Walking is awakened living. Every step you take, make it a prayer, not just a physical movement. Make it a prayer. I am here. I am alive. I am whole. I am one with Mother Nature. I am part of Mother Nature. To even say I'm one with Mother Nature goes beyond. It's Mother Nature and I. There's just creation. Walking allows us to remember that we are part and parcel of creation. So turn this off and go walk outside. Or better yet, when this week's Awakened Living podcast comes out, put on your headphones and go for a walk in the trees and listen to this week's discussion. Thank you again for joining me. And please fill your heart with love, express it in everything you do, and go outside. Namaste.